You may be wondering what I would do differently if I had to start all over again at $0. If I was going to grow a digital marketing agency and try to get back to $200,000 a month in recurring revenue and go even beyond that, like what would I go and do differently? And in this video today, I'm gonna dive into 3 things I would do differently that I would recommend you implement from the beginning. So the first thing I would do differently if I had to start all over again at $0 would be to niche down from the very beginning. So when you are getting started, it's gonna be very tempted to just go service anyone and everyone. When I first got started, I would work with a restaurant one day and the next day work with a roofer and then a landscaper and then try to take on an e-commerce client. And it gets very, very difficult to effectively scale when you are everything to everyone. There's a reason why specialists get paid more than generalists. So when you are the marketing agency for roofers, or for landscapers, or for e-commerce businesses doing X number of revenue, it allows you to charge a premium. It allows you to build your entire business, your sales process, your client and account management experience, as well as your fulfillment, the way in which you serve people and produce results that much better, that much more efficiently. And then you can become very well known with inside of the industry. You know who to network with and you go to industry conferences. You know the podcasts that you need to get on to promote your agency. And you get that much better at truly understanding the key pain points of your ideal client. And so the quicker that you're able to niche down and become that person, that agency for a industry, it's going to set you up for long-term success, but more importantly, it's going to set your team up for success. And you're going to be a lot more likely to become an authority in digital marketing to your ideal client without having to go work with anyone and everyone, and you're going to make so much money, more money in the process. I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors over at Go High-Level. Go High-Level has been a platform we've used in our businesses since 2020. It has absolutely changed the game for us. So whether you're just getting started with your first digital marketing agency, or you're looking to scale your agency and maybe you're using another software, or maybe you're using a bunch of different tools that Go High-Level has all in one place for one price in one platform. Check out every single video that we are producing, because there's going to be a link, and you can also find it in the bio, for a free and extended 30-day trial of Go High-Level. Included is some incredible personal branding and organic social media bonuses with inside of our Builders of Authority community. Thank you so much to Go High-Level for sponsoring our channel and everything that you do to help digital marketing and social media marketing agencies succeed. So the second thing that I would do differently if I had to start all over at $0 would be to white label from the beginning. And so what white labeling means is there are plenty of companies that are out there that just do the fulfillment side for agencies. You go sell a product or service, you then send it to the white label company. The white label company does the work, builds the website, does the SEO, does all of that stuff, and then you slap your name on it and get it to the end client. And so you might be thinking, Adam, well, that's kind of different than what you just said of niching down and building out your team and fulfillment and all that stuff that way. Yes, you are 100% right. But until you have enough clients, and until you're making enough money and able to sell and build a brand and do all those different things, it doesn't matter how good your fulfillment is. It doesn't matter if you are the best SEO person for whatever industry you are trying to go after, but if no one knows who you are, doesn't matter at all. So in the beginning, especially if you love SEO or you love digital marketing, you have to be a salesperson and CEO first. I grew my agency from 0 to 7 figures in 15 months. I had a medical device sales background. But more importantly than anything is I was willing to go sell and do the work and account manage and do all that stuff. And I was able to get to $30,000 a month in recurring revenue in 9 months with about 30 clients. So I was undercharging 100%, but I was also doing all of the work. And I was at a breaking point because this business and agency was literally running me into the ground. I was working 14, 15, 16-hour days, and I was trying to be everything for everyone, and I was doing everything inside of the business. Now, if I would have just focused on sales, which I ended up doing towards April of 2021, when we went from $30,000 a month in recurring revenue all the way up to $100,000 a month in October of 2021. So literally in 6 months, we made a drastic difference when I just put that sales and CEO hat on. Started hiring account managers, started doing everything other than fulfillment and worrying about all of that stuff, which we'll talk about in a completely different video. And the third and final thing that I would do differently if I had to start all over again would be to hire an executive assistant as the first hire inside of my agency. And so as I just told you, I was so in the weeds in the business. I had control issues. I had no idea how to hire. I had no idea how to train. I had no real process and systems or core values. And what I ended up doing is I hired 2 account managers, which were absolutely incredible individuals that helped me grow the agency and take a lot off of my plate. It was the best thing that ever happened to me. And then I hired a COO who was an incredible individual, helped change the game in our business. But a COO with years of experience is usually a pretty lofty price tag that comes with it. And so my recommendation to you would be to hire an executive assistant as the first hire inside of your agency. And I've actually trained quite a few agencies on how to do this because I have an executive assistant right now with Builders of Authority, and it's worked absolutely phenomenal for months. And I learned this recently, about a year ago. For those of you that haven't read the book, Buy Back Your Time by Dan Martell, I highly recommend you do that regardless of any industry that you're in. But that book really changed the way in which I thought about hiring people. And I always used to look at it like, oh my gosh, this is an expense. This is costing me money. But in all reality, it was really buying back my time. And the best way to buy back your time in the beginning is hiring an executive assistant that can learn everything that you do. So then that way they can start to take piece by piece things off of your plate. But the best part is when you do hire an account manager, or you bring in a director of operations or client experience or a sales rep, they are usually a lot better at helping train, documenting processes and systems, and onboarding that new employee. Whereas it was me doing a lot of that stuff in the beginning, and it was trial by fire, right? And so the third and final thing is don't go hire for all the fancy positions. Don't go try to do all of this stuff yourself. I was at $30,000 a month in recurring net revenue with 0 employees, right? And I thought I was wearing it as a badge of honor. I thought it was incredible, but in reality, an executive assistant would have dramatically helped me out at that time. So I hope you got value from this video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. And if you haven't done so already, check out the free and extended 30-day trial of Go High Level. Tons of incredible Builders of Authority bonuses, personal branding, organic social media ways for you to not just use Go High Level to grow your agency, but more importantly, find more ideal clients so that way you can make more money in the process with less headaches and be more efficient. Thank you again for watching, and let's go live that digital nomad marketing life.